consistent about the Crew Motorfest physics, it's that people never really liked the drift physics. See, in the Crew Motorfest, the drift physics have been the main point of contention, oh gosh, since the start of the game. People have gone, yeah, the physics are an improvement over the Crew 2, but dang those drift physics. Now, I think I know the reason behind why the physics were so bad all this time, but what if I told you the Crew Motorfest is actually trying to fix those physics? And today I'll be reviewing just how good of a job they really did. Now, the drift physics, the reason they suck is pretty obvious as soon as you look at what drifting is in the Crew Motorfest. Like, if we go to the first ever thing you can do with a drift car in this game, the Drift Experience playlist. As soon as you start it, you get these weird platform drift races, which is fine, but they're very restrictive. Then, thankfully, you do get 2 open road drifting experiences. That's nice, more appreciated than the platforms. And then you realize that the point of this drift playlist, the last 3 events, is drift cars racing against street cars. Then you go and look in the Crew Motorfest's competitive PvP mode, the Grand Race, and you see that, there we go, drift is in the PvP. Now, is it in some unique way where you have to get a certain score in an area and then you can continue to the next spec? No. You race drift cars. All of this leads to why these drift physics have been so jank. Because these aren't physics for drifting. The Crew Motorfest's drift physics are physics for sliding while racing. The point isn't style. The point isn't angle. The point isn't drifting. Essentially, all this spec became was a glorified Need for Speed spec, where the point is to slide round turns but never be able to free drift, really. There was never really a possibility of sliding just on a straight road because these physics aren't built for free drifting. You can just about manage to get the smallest angle you've ever seen in your life on a straight road, but you'll never really be able to, well, open drift, because the whole point is about taking race lines. Well, the Crew recently added this, the beta handling edition of the Ford Mustang GT. The car I was just in, this is the brand new drift physics version of that car. Oh my gosh, this camera is a mess. Why is it so shaky? Okay, there is very clearly a different camera for this. Oh gosh, ow. Very ow. Now, there's a lot of good things about these brand new physics, and there's a lot of things that are still exactly the same. So, try it out yourself. You can get this car in the shop for like $7, and let me know what you think. But here's what I think, and let me know if you agree with what I think. First of all, a little note, the Crew, I really like that this has the livery on it, that in the real world, if a car is releasing in the future, there'll be like spy shots where the press will take photos of it testing, and they'll be in this livery because it hides the curves of a car, and they put it in that livery because this is a beta version of the future handling. I think that's a cool detail. Okay, that's fully besides the point. But I want whichever dev had that idea to they deserve that credit. This is a cool, it's a funny idea. Here's what my criteria is going to be based on: free drifting, point-to-point drifting, what drifting should be and shouldn't be in this game, and importantly, I'm only going to be taking the drift cars out of the box. In the Crew Motorfest, we have a drift category. All of these cars are drift cars. Look, if you could convert other cars into drift cars, then sure, I would rank them on, you know, specific tunes, and I'd try out a bunch of different tunes, and I would maybe go into the pro tuning menu and actually shuffle around some settings. But no, these cars are out the box, because in the drift playlist you have to drive them out the box. New players who play the Grand Race have to drive them out the box. I will be grading these physics on out the box, both these regular physics and these new physics. What was that? Why did it do that? I was very much not trying to do that. Stop! Why does it keep going? So I'm not gonna mess with any settings for both variants of this drift car, and I think that's the fair way of doing it. I will also use manual, because obviously that's one of the few things that I think you have to do with drift. And no traction control, of course. Let's head into a city, not only so we have some lights, but also so we have some roads we can actually kind of drift on. If you see this thing with this livery on it, you know I'm in the old physics. If you see the other livery on it, then you'll know I'm in the brand new physics. Often the point of a beta handling model is that they will test it, they will get player feedback, and then they'll change things, hopefully, or implement those physics onto every car in the game, or every drift car in this case. Now, I gotta admit, I'm kind of someone who grew on the drift physics in this game. There was definitely a lot of issues with them, but I think they found their place in the end, so it's gonna be an interesting one for me to rate, because right now, this drifting that I'm doing, I don't think it's too bad. It's definitely way too grippy, way too sluggish, and if I want to drift in a straight road, it's still difficult. Going from side to side just isn't comfortable. For example, let me show you me doing it in Forza. Right now is playing footage of me side to side drifting on a straight road in Forza Horizon 6. See how the car can go from side to side without losing all momentum? How sliding isn't punishing the speed. Instead, it's just adding style to that very speed. Sure, it makes the car slower when you're actually trying to, like, take turns, but that's the point. In Forza, it's like the straight line speed isn't punished, but the turning is. In the Crew, it's like the opposite. They want to make sure you can still make turns quickly, but the straight line speed is monstrously punished. So you can't side-to-side drift at all. You can't keep angle. Look at this. If I turn this way and then I try and flip it the other way, it doesn't. You see how it becomes like I'm steering through butter? That's not what happens in Forza. The car just swaps from side to side. You have that freedom. So let's see if the new physics can fix that. Straight away, you'll notice the camera is weird and different because this camera is a lot closer to the NASCAR camera. Interestingly, which I do think has a better sense of speed, but that's a different conversation. The Crew, please add NASCAR camera to every car in the game. Now, this thing seems to go lock into angle a lot easier. Like, you can see the angle is definitely ever so slightly more. Oh, gosh. One really annoying thing is that the handbrake doesn't extend drifts in this game. I know that's what we have the nitro for, but I do think the handbrake should extend drift. I mean, we have, if you press nitro and handbrake at the same time, this weird, like, flick system, which I don't even know what to... Okay, I'm holding full hard right there. I was holding hard right to switch sides, and it just refuses to. Oh my gosh, this thing goes into angle easier, but it swaps sides 10 times worse. My gosh. Okay, let's also change camera angle to the much nicer one. That first camera angle sucks big time. Okay. See? That's good. That's good. It's pivoting around a point. Oh, that's nice. That's a lot nicer. Okay. Oh! Wait, that's really good. Can I pivot sides? Oh, why did I honk randomly? One of the big fixes I also think they need to make. Let me show you. Let me go into the controls really quickly. Let me find controller. Vibration. Let me turn vibration to full. I don't know how I can convey this to you. I'm just gonna have to hope this shows up in post. Here's me drifting in a regular drift car. There's a fair bit of vibration going through the controller while I drift. It's not too much, but it's a noticeable amount. Stop, 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 stop. I have no control. Okay, there we go. But then if I switch to this car, it is vibration the whole time and strong vibration the whole time. It makes the car feel so much more sticky. Ow. Okay, please, I'm trying to swap sides. I'm just trying to swap sides. Let's head over to a drift road. Ooh, I like the look of this. Let's head over to here. Straight away, I can tell you they need to fully crank down that vibration. That controller vibration is just cartoonish. Just inefficient, doesn't achieve anything. It's not giving me any extra information to drift the car better. Bad. And then are you seeing this? Are you seeing what's going on right now? I'm trying to side-to-side drift, but it just doesn't work because the car sees side-to-side drifting as an issue. We'll get back to that because right now we're about to drift on a much easier area to drift, which is also gonna kind of, you know, show off some of my issues with even this new drifting right here. It's still about point-to-point drifting. Hold. Okay. Thank you. And then, is it gonna even let me? I'm having to use this weird flick where you hit the handbrake and nitro at the same time. Oh, I need to turn off that controller vibration. Oh my gosh. It's just permanent vibration in my hand. The whole time. There's just no point. It's just unpleasant. Yes, immediately the car feels so much more freeing. There you go. Yeah. Oh gosh. Where's my speed? Where is my exit speed? Oh my gosh. I like the physics, but where's my exit speed, man? Okay, why? Why did it get stuck there? Why did it get stuck going straight there? Oh my gosh, and why is there no handbrake to extend? Okay. Oh, there you go. Angle. Oh my gosh, actually got angle for a second there. But then as soon as I try to get angle on a straight road, it punishes you because you can't rip out of a drift. I feel like this drift physics is like 3 steps in the right direction on a very clearly 20-step route. Cause it still feels like this drift physics is made for the Grand Race, for the races where you're racing drift cars versus drift should not be in the Grand Race. Is that a controversial take? For the drift physics in this game to actually finally be good drift physics, drift cars cannot be in the Grand Race. Because as soon as the cars are built for race, oh, see, that looks good. That looked really good. That entry looked beautiful. That's drifting. But then as soon as you hit a straight road, oh my gosh, transitioning sucks too. Oh my gosh, transitioning sucks so bad. Okay, transition, hold, clean. I like that. I like that. And now we're on a straight road where in Forza, here's an example clip. I would be able to drift side to side really satisfyingly, getting angle, getting actual angle on a straight road. I'll play a bit more. I'm just gonna let it play. This is what drifting looks like. Is it any good? I like it. I think it feels good. Here we go. And here's me drifting on a straight road in the Crew. Okay, there was a bit of traffic there, so that was a bit unfair. Look at this. Each drift is treated like its own thing. It's not free drifting still. It's still either you are drifting or you're not. I can't do this satisfyingly. How? I mean, I could turn down the tire grip. I could turn down I could change around in the pro settings, but that's not what the drifting gameplay is in this game. That's players doing it themselves. It shouldn't be the players doing it themselves when it's a drift category. Okay, please. Just let me comfortably slide side to side. No angle. No, ow. No angle, no side to side. It just, as soon as I try and switch sides, the game yells at, oh my gosh, it's like steering through butter! Oh my word! Gosh, oh, I hate it, man. I want smooth drifting. This still feels like I'm gripped up beyond belief. It feels like I've got more grip than I know what to do with. Okay. Gear 4. I'm able to side a little. Oh, look at that. If the road is wide enough, I can manage it because I'm not drifting down a straight road. I'm drifting to one side and then drifting to this other side and then drifting to this side, and then drifting to that side. The drifts can't be this restrictive, man. They just can't. Drifting shouldn't only be possible, especially when we're trying to get combos. Drifting shouldn't only be possible on really, really tight hairpin roads. Drifting should be possible anywhere. Drifting should be possible absolutely anywhere. Just driving wherever you want, you should be able to drift. You should be able to drift in just a small open area. You definitely couldn't do that with this. In this game, oh my gosh, stop. I lose all my momentum exiting turns. Okay. And then to this other side. Okay, why is it trying to... Oh my gosh, the camera shake is so extreme. I prefer this camera angle with better drift physics. Oh my gosh. Let me switch cars. Let me switch cars again and feel this. Let's try the same kind of thing I'm trying to do. Okay, immediately. Way too far. Again, it's not about the big wide... Oh, I'm actually able to get more angle in a straight line. But I can only do it once. I can very much only do it once. Okay, there we go. Let's do the hard entry. Let's do it this side. Okay, nope. Losing all my speed, losing all my power. It doesn't stay in the gear you want it to. Okay, here we go. Nice. The old drift physics. It feels a little smoother to... Well, it just feels a little smoother, but that also might be the camera. Oh, wait, no, it does go from one angle to the... Nope. What was that? What was that? What? Oh, okay. I want to try and switch sides here. I want to try and transition. Again, why am I carrying so much forward momentum? As soon as I turn my car, the car is going frontwards, wherever the nose is pointing. I'm not trying to do that. I want sideways momentum. I want to stay sideways. But there we go. I can only do it if I want zero angle. They're just unsatisfying. Completely unsatisfying drifting. Have both got full parts on them? This one does, that one does. Okay, good. Because obviously that's the end goal, is that the cars drift good with full parts, because obviously you want full parts on them. But the car is just always going where the nose points because it's trying to get round the turn quicker. It's not trying to stay there and look good getting angle. It's trying to get through the turn as quick as possible. I'll show you again on an actual really nice drifty road. Okay. Let's get some speed and watch how nice I'm gonna drift around this. Oh gosh, if you're on a straight road, it just expects you to drift straight. But there you go. This looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. And then as soon as you're on a straight road, nope. Don't dare drift. Hold the smallest angle you ever can. If you're on a straight road, no drifting for you. There you go. Okay, and now I'm on an actual turn. Beautiful. Beautiful angle. Losing way too much speed. Way too much speed loss there. It just, look, it's a step in the right direction. Round the turns, it's so much nicer, but it's just playing pretend. It's very much just playing pretend. It's the facade of better drift physics. It's so much better round turns like this, but it's honestly worse round turns like this. This whole city. Let's try it in this one. Here we go. Clarence Bishop, go away. I'm not talking to you. Oh no, that's Mr. Henson. Mr. Henson, I love you, but I'm not talking to you. Okay, there you go. Lovely angle. Why can't I do that on a straight road? Yep, there you go. See, it only works because that road was turned. If it was a straight road, I would be rocketing towards the other side like that. Okay. Slower. Nope, okay. Slower. Stop having so much speed. I need speed because I lose momentum in the drift so much. The tires are so gripped. Okay. Clean. Almost okay, really good looking round turns. If you manage your gears well, you get really good looking angle. Really good looking angle. And then free drifting just doesn't work because you lose all of your momentum. It looks better. It is better. It's a step in the right direction. It just cannot work because it's still trying to not drift. It's still it might have really nice angle as soon as you kick out on a turn, but as soon as you try to do something a bit more open, a bit more free, a bit more creative with your drifting, it doesn't work. It only works on the very restrictive drifting that the Crew has, where, as you can see, the drift races are all turns. Every single thing is a turn. Let's try it. Let's try it with the new drift physics. We'll set it to daytime because this is a beautiful event, but then very unfortunately set in not the daytime. There we go, midday. We'll switch to our Mustang, the new one. Here we go. And we'll try this. Let's see what we can do. Because all the drift tracks in the game are clearly like multiple turns back to back over and over again so that you can maintain your angle. But that's not what you should be able to maintain angle on a straight road. You shouldn't have to fight the car to be allowed to change angles. Okay, oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, this is gonna get really weird because I have to side it without having any angle. Okay. That's not great. There we go. It's better for this. It's noticeably better for this. Because I have the turn, I can make it round the turn while sliding. It also, oh my gosh, it feels very grippy still. And then transition here. Doable. Survivable. Not bad. Honestly, not bad. Round this way. Oh, tighter. I prefer it for this. I definitely prefer it for this. There we go. But it's still just too much about forward momentum. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be about speed. It shouldn't be about point to point. And until the drift is out of the grand race. Or maybe put it in the grand race but make them actual drift cars. But it being in the grand race, it being about racing, is always going to be what's wrong about drifting in this game. And as much as this holds nicer angle, which is good, I mean, Nitrate liked these physics. And Nitrate hates the Crew's physics. But he enjoyed these physics, and he's a very Forza head. He enjoys Forza's drift physics only. But again, that would have been because he had somewhere to drift to. Which is what this allows. Well, you know what? I've showed you every use case. I've given my thoughts. I've given my feedback, which hopefully, that's what the point of this car is. So hopefully the feedback is taken in and accounted for. But I guess we won't know until some changes are made and these physics are applied to every single car. But that's going to be about it for me. Thank you so much for watching. It is really good for this kind of stuff. And I like it for this kind of stuff. I just don't think it's enough. I don't think it's... These drift cars still don't feel like the fun that drift cars should be. In a bit.